West Side classic. She's always in my hair. Prince and Third Eye Girl.
Who is Prince? Prince was born on June 7th, 1958 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. From a young age, Prince had a keen ear and eye for music and performance. Some even refer to Prince as a child prodigy. In his early years at Central High School, Prince was an eccentric, rebellious outlier. His knack for music added to his unusual personality. As a Rolling Stone article describes, Prince started playing piano at age 7, guitar at 13, and drums at 14, all self-taught. At 14, he was in a band called Grand Central, which later became Champagne. 4 years later, a demo tape he made with engineer Chris Moon reached local businessman Owen Husney.
All right, come on into my office, play me this demo of this next greatest thing. So he puts it on, and I listened to the first song on there, and I said, you know what, this is real. This is the real thing. I mean, who's the group? He says, sit down. I said, come on, I don't sit down. You know, he says, I'm telling you, sit down. And I said, no, just tell me who the group is. He says, well, it's one kid, he's 16, he's playing all the instruments, writing everything, and singing all the voices, and it's all him. So I sat down, and I said, well, does he live here? And he said, no, he's in New York visiting his sister. So I got on the phone and I called him, and he came back, and it turned out that that was Prince.
In 1978, Husney negotiated Prince's first contract with Warner Brothers. Later, in his first albums, Prince produced, sang, danced, recorded, and played numerous instruments. 27 to be exact.
3 major record companies offered Prince contracts, and he finally signed with Warner Brothers, which offered a 3-year album deal and the right to produce his own music. Such was virtually unheard of for an unproven artist at the time. Prince was initially given more rights than most musicians and was seen to be privileged. From the start, Prince was a revolutionizing artist, pushing the boundaries of what was acceptable and what was seen to be okay at the time. But what did that look like?
Artists and record companies had a very one-sided relationship in favor of the oppressive labels. There was much less negotiation and much more manipulation.
Prince is astute, man. He likes to read and share ideas. So the more he got into the literature about the music business, the more upset he got, you know, and how it's designed. I mean, it's systemic.
From the direction of an album to the profits garnered from them, the label's word were law. These relationships are described by Janice Ian in the Performing Songwriter magazine. The oppression is something that Prince would not stand for. This steadfast determination began the struggle for artists to fight for their rights.
In the 80s, Prince revolutionized music. He invented the Minneapolis sound, and he sort of brought a whole new style of music, a whole new fusion music, white and black, funk and rock, and everything into one big thing that was, you know, just Prince. That's what it was. He took the way music sounded to a whole new level. In the 90s, when his music was less revolutionary, he revolutionized the business. He revolutionized the music industry.
On December 31st, 1999, my publishing contract with Warner Chappell expired, thus emancipating the name I was given before birth, Prince, from all long-term restrictive documents. I will now go back to using my name instead of the symbol I adopted as a means to free myself from all undesirable relationships. The price of CDs have skyrocketed while the quality of music has plummeted. And as long as middlemen create the means by which the consumer consumes, this will never change. The problem's not a complex one. And the solution is simple. Let the baker make the bread. I'm a musician. I make music.